Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be me discussing a location in the Crash Bandicoot series that I think deserves more attention and I think would be neat to bring back into a future installment, potentially Crash Bandicoot Wumpa League. So with that all said, we're just going to jump into it right now. Despite the thumbnail and that image I just showed you there, I'm not specifically talking about the Rustland. What I am talking about is Atlantis. So yes, Crash Bandicoot has visited Atlantis in the past. Some people may not have noticed and other people may, but I'm going to give you a little brief history on where Atlantis is in the Crash Bandicoot series and how Crash has interacted with said location. And then I'm going to show the future of the location and where I would like to see it implemented in the future. So I saw on Bandipedia that they claimed Under Pressure and the other water levels from Crash Bandicoot Warped were Atlantis, but I couldn't find a source on that anywhere, and I don't really remember it in-game being called Atlantis. It was just underwater levels. If anyone could find a source on that and correct me to prove that it's Atlantis, please put it in the comment section and I'll pin it. But for right now, I don't count that as Atlantis. So I'm going to move on and show you where we saw Atlantis. Guaranteed 100%. So in Crash Bandicoot Nitro Kart 2, or was it just Crash Nitro? It's Crash Nitro Kart 2. They visit Atlantis, and it states, Coco used her supercomputer to locate the underwater city. Oh no, the villain Cortex has already turned it into a giant track. On your masks, get ready, go. So, Crash and company have visited Atlantis, as you can see in this video clip right here. Unfortunately, there is no interactions with any of the citizens. There's no exploring into the buildings. The only time that you actually enter a structure of any kind is when you go in one of these tunnels that's coming up in a second. Yeah, right here. So this is the only time you enter a structure in Atlantis in the Crash Bandicoot series. And you occasionally pass a building here or there, but Crash never gets to fully explore Atlantis. And without time travel, he's running out of time. Let me explain. So believe it or not, there is another instance in this Crash Bandicoot franchise where Crash has visited an area close to Atlantis. In Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled in the Ruse Tubes level, if you look in the background, you will see very similar structures to the Atlantis level. They're very tall, cylindrical blue buildings with white domes. It's not a perfect one-to-one, but you can see that they're very similar. Here it is in Nitro Fueled, and here it is again in Crash Nitro Kart 2. So you can see they're very similar. If they're not the same location, I'll gladly admit it, but right now, in my headcanon, they're the same place. They're deep underwater, they're blue cylindrical buildings with white domes. I say that this is Atlantis in Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. This now brings us to our dilemma. It's pretty well known now at this point that the Rustland Grand Prix is a post-apocalyptic Ruse Tubes level. As you can see, here's a Megamix in Megamix Mania, and you can see the Ruse Tubes behind him, post-apocalyptic. And the location behind Megamix, right there, let me go to a different angle. Now the direction he's looking at, that's where Atlantis would be in this post-apocalyptic future. So, the city of Atlantis is destroyed in an undisclosed time in the future. Now, this next portion of the video is where I differ with a bunch of people's opinions that I see online. I see that people think that the Rustland is actually the same location as the Hazardous Wastes from Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time. Mainly because it's post-apocalyptic, and because there is a poster cameo of Megamix. Yeah, there's the poster of Megamix there. So, to me, aesthetically, they're completely different. One, you can tell that it's deep on the bed floor of the ocean. You see the coral and everything. And then here, you just see cacti and marauders and the giant chase scene on the vehicle and the barbed wire and stuff. To me, this level is very much like a Mad Max inspired level. And it feels like post-development, when they saw that the Rustland was being made, they threw in that poster of Megamix as a nod that they're both post-apocalyptic areas. Because, you know, if this was the same location, I'm sure there would be coral all over the place. You would have all the big structures with Megamix face plastered all over them. But all we got is this little tiny dinky poster with Megamix on it, and this level's all about engine. Another thing that makes me think that there are different locations is this is set in 2084, which would make Crash roughly like almost 90 years old in the Rustland Grand Prix, which he clearly isn't. And of course people say, oh, well, they could have just time traveled to that location. But it's too many inconsistencies for me to believe that they're the same location. So I think that Hazardous Waste and the Rustland are different locations. And you know what? Even if they end up being the same location, it doesn't change the fact that Atlantis is no longer here. So that's pretty much the entire video. I want them to go back to Atlantis and be able to, you know, interact with the citizens and go into the different structures and get power-ups, and I think it would be really neat. And now that it's rumored that Wumpa League is going to be a Crash Bash remake, I can see them setting some of the mini-games, like especially the ballistic levels that are set underwater. They could set them in Atlantis. That's pretty much the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you also like this idea, just tell me in the comment section. And if you have any ideas for other locations that have been briefly touched upon in the Crash series that you feel should be expanded, also let me know in the comment section. But as always, thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a great night. Oh, Future Tom here. Oh my goodness, I almost forgot to say, please put the secret word in the comment section. This word will be Lost City. Okay, everyone, take care. Bye-bye.